If you're like me, right now, you might feel more uncertain or anxious than usual because of the rapidly expanding COVID-19 pandemic. I want to balance being aware and being cautious with being calm so that I can serve people around me. So in this video, I'm going to share 4 specific steps you can take to constructively cope with anxiety or feelings of being overwhelmed. You can look to sources like the CDC for basic precautions to help mitigate the effects of the virus, and that's really important. But what I'm talking about here goes deeper into how we process any feelings of uncertainty. At a basic level, if we can be centered and calm and respond with rationality rather than react in panic, our lives will be better and we'll be better prepared to take wise action on behalf of other people. Now, these 4 steps won't help everybody. Sometimes the only thing that will help is to talk to a qualified primary care provider or a mental health professional. I'm neither of those things. I'm an executive coach, not a therapist. But for most people, these 4 steps can help you regain a sense of control and perspective when it feels like your brain is stuck in DEFCON 5. Given the amount of uncertainty and fear I see right now, I think we can all use these. So here we go. Step 1, breathe. Deeply and slowly. Our body and our mind are deeply interconnected. When we feel fear, chemicals released from our brain raise our heart rate, which make us breathe faster and sweat, and our blood pressure goes up and your muscles tense up because your body's telling you to fight or to run away. But there's nothing to fight, and anywhere you run, your fear will go with you. So now you're in a physical state of panic, and then that reinforces your mental feelings of panic, and there's this vicious cycle. You've got to break the cycle. And it's much easier to control your breathing than to try and flip a switch in your head and turn off anxious thoughts. Set a 30-second timer on your phone, close your eyes, and breathe deeply and slowly. Step 2, do something physically demanding. You see, your body's telling you it wants to do something in response to these feelings, so choose to do something constructive that can let some of that energy flow in a constructive way. For some of you, this may mean just getting out of bed and taking a shower, getting on the floor in your office or doing some push-ups. I like to chop wood or work in my garden, take my dogs on a walk, go to the gym. If I'm around my daughter, I'll wrestle with her or run laps around the living room. Engaging your body in this way is another way to break that panic cycle. Okay, step 3, once you've expended some energy, sit down with pen and paper and make a list of things that you do feel reasonably certain about. I don't care if the only thing that comes to mind is I haven't died yet. You write that down and then coach yourself a little, reframe it more constructively. I am still alive. Look at me. This isn't cheap self-help. You are watching this video and listening to my voice. You are still here. You've made it this far. A lot of people haven't. Please don't take that for granted. There are other things that can go on this list. There are things you have, things you believe, people you love and who love you, stuff that you've done, places you want to go, values that you hold strongly. Rebuild your mental furniture with anything that makes you feel centered and solid. Personally, I'm a Christian, so there are several really important beliefs and Bible verses that go on my list, but this works for anyone, regardless of what you believe. And finally, step 4. Using that same pen and paper, write down this coaching question. What small step could I take to make forward progress? Eliminate from your mind any big ideas about success, fixing yourself for something else, guilt about who or where or what you're supposed to be. That won't serve you. Think about something really small. Usually by the time I get to this step 4, I already feel a lot better. My brain has calmed down and I can come up with several simple ideas for making personal progress in the face of uncertainty and anxiety. You can do these 4 steps in under half an hour. You can spend a whole day getting centered and focusing. Either way, I hope these are helpful for you. See, the world needs people like you who are dedicated to figuring out how to make some small forward progress even when everything feels really uncertain or anxious. Please remember that one of the best things you can do is to choose to speak with a qualified medical or mental health professional about how you feel. But if that's not what you need and you do think working with a coach would help you make forward progress, please get in touch. I would love to talk with you. And thank you for watching.